So now I want to show you the needs assessment. A school counseling needs assessment is one of my favorite tools to use, especially at the start of a new school year. And I think whether you are a first-time school counselor or you're coming back to the same school year after year, a needs assessment is always a good idea because student population is changing, kiddos, teachers are changing, times are changing. It's just always good to do a check-in to see how you can best support students and staff. So I have here, you will receive two versions. You get a paper version that you can simply print and hand out without making changes, or I want to show you now the digital version that is editable. So as time's gone on, I now prefer to use the digital version, but either one is fine, whatever you prefer. So on this digital version, this is in Google Forms, and I absolutely love Google Forms because they're simple. So I've kind of set it up for you, but you can change this to meet your school's needs. So for example, let me show you a few features here. You're going to be sending this to teachers. So I like to have, what grade do you teach? Now you can make this a required question. You could also ask them for their name. That would probably be helpful. If you don't want it to be confidential, you could ask them for their email so you could follow up if you have any questions about their answers. So you can make a few things required. And then I have here on a 1 through 5 scale, I have the question up here, to what degree is our school in need of services to address the following? And then I have a list of different things. So social and relationship skills, anger management, self-control or self-regulation, self-esteem, friendship, bullying. It goes on. Now, you can keep these topics as is. You can click to edit them. You can delete them all together. You can add new ones. It's up to you entirely. So I want you to think about your school, and maybe you want to, if you're coming back and returning, you can ask like, what did you feel about this program specifically? How did you feel about our small groups? How satisfied were you with individual counseling services on a scale of 1 to 10? How responsive did you feel that the counselor was? What did you think of class lessons? Like, you can ask as many things as you want. So, and you can even add sections. So for example, in those directions, I said, to what degree do you think our school's in need of services to address the following? But if you click right here, add a section. So the second section could be like last year's feedback. I mean, you would probably call it something, more original than that. But it could say something like, please answer questions regarding last year's counseling program. So you could split it up and have a section on needs, I think, for this year and feedback for last year. And then at the end, I always like to do a open response, additional comments section for them to type, long answer text. I do like to have all these just a simple 1 through 5 because I find that the completion percentage is higher when it's simple, right? Because people are busy, teachers are busy. Now, when you're ready to send it to people, there's a few things you can do here. So you click send, you can send via email and directly put the emails in. I rarely do that. I usually grab the link here and then you can shorten it, copy it, and then just paste it, send an email to your school, say, hey, can you please complete this needs assessment for me? Or you could have it on your school website or Google Drive or wherever you are collaborating with other professionals at your school. Then there's some fun things you can do here. You can change the photos and you can change the color. So if you have like school colors or a logo or some letterhead that you want to include, you can do that there as well. Now, once you receive these responses, you can click on the responses tab. We don't have any right now, but it will auto-populate like pie graphs and list the responses where you can view them in group or individual. So that's really cool. So you can see a percentage like, 60% or 6 out of 10 respondees answered this way. And then if you click this button, it will create a spreadsheet, a Google spreadsheet. And that's a really cool way to see the data presented in a different way, in a table form. So there's visual way and more like a table way. Okay, guys, so that is how you use the needs assessment. This is one of my favorite tools. I find it essential